Coming up on SUTV News, we'll tell you about SU's hospitality trip to Salt Lake City.
And the discussion of the Oscar nominees for Best Pictures. Stay tuned.
SUTV News, I'm Trace Lyon.
Expose them to real-life scenarios and locations. On January 22nd, students traveled to Salt Lake City on such a trip. Dr. Emmett Steed, professor of hospitality, resort, and hotel management, and the founder of the hospitality program at SUU, took students on an all-day trip to several Salt Lake City convention centers. Students toured venues such as the Salt Palace and convention facilities located in the Hilton and the Marriott. As guests of the hotel and the Salt Palace, the group had opportunity to converse with and ask questions of the managers and event directors at multiple locations. Jed Hansen, director of events at the Salt Palace Convention Center, gave a friendly warning to prospective hospitality workers about the demands of event planning, including the potential to work 16 to 18-hour days, multiple days a week.
Our reporter Boston Miles has the story on how the government shutdown has affected financial aid.
Financial aid. It plays a critical role in allowing thousands of students every year to pursue higher education at SUU. So, when the United States federal government announced it would be shutting down at the end of 2018,
we disagree. I am proud to shut down the government for border security, Chuck.
Many students were left feeling concerned over their financial situations.
Heard that the government shut down because of this whole building a wall thing is hurting our school because there are students who can't get their financial aid information because of their last tax year stuff going on.
Financial aid often assists students in paying for living expenses outside of tuition. These funds often are put towards students' budgets for food and housing. However, SUU staff assure students that regardless of the government shutdown, there are ways to provide students with the aid that they need.
Yeah, come in and talk to us. We have options. Like I said, the Department of Education is now allowing us to accept actual tax forms.
The Financial Aid Office is willing to work with students and has found several ways to work around any issues that they may have.
Because of the shutdown, they have sped up a process that they were going to do anyway, where they are allowing us to actually have the students bring us copies of their actual 10 tax forms. So the 1040, the 1040EZ. So the students can now provide us signed copies of those instead of getting the forms from the IRS.
So while the government shutdown may be impacting the financial aid process, it's still possible for nearly every student to receive help.
Informing you about SUU with SUTV News, I'm Boston Miles.
Hunters and wildlife conservationists are celebrating the first of the year annual mule deer banquets. The Mule Deer Foundation holds annual banquets to raise money for local projects in animal conservation, in particular the local mule deer population. Guests partake in raffles where they have the chance to walk away with new guns, hunting equipment, and other prizes.
The Mule Deer Foundation is an organization dedicated to raising awareness and funding for the conservation of mule deer, their habitat, and the wildlife they share it with.
Guests are then treated to a dinner this year catered by Pork Bellies and participate in more games that offer prizes. There's also a live auction where hunts are often sold in the $10,000 plus area.
Members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints will need to start planning around the closure of the St. George Temple. The church announced that the St. George Temple will undergo extensive renovations. The temple is expected to close on November 4th and is not expected to reopen until 2022. Once the temple closes, the closest temple for St. George residents will be here in Cedar City. Other members from Nevada and northern Arizona will also need to plan around the closure. President Russell M. Nelson announced last October that the church will renovate their Pioneer Generation temples and expect to renovate the popular Salt Lake City temple at a later date.
Just across the street from the temple, police in St. George are looking into a fire that burned down a new Latter-day Saints Stake Center over the weekend as a criminal case. The church, which sits across the street from the St. George Temple, had recently gone through renovations of its own. The fire began burning around in the morning and was not able to be put out until several hours later. The St. George East Stake presidency of the LDS Church said in a Facebook post that, quote, "Our faith is only strengthened as we work through this bump in the road," close quote. Construction on the church is scheduled to be fully complete next month, but will now need to start from scratch.
Oh, that's really hard.
Yeah, and it said criminal, so do you think it was accidental or purposeful?
Well, I heard that they believe that someone poured some sort of mixture on the roof and set fire from the roof, so it was on purpose, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it was pretty much a hate crime then.
Yeah.
Just attacking one religion. Wow,
That's pretty scary. And
yeah.
I guess, they were that close to finishing it and they have to go and start it from the beginning.
Yeah, that's probably why they targeted not an older one, but a newer one, just because of more meaning and things like that.
It would be more annoying, more irritating.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but coming up, the Casablanca Hotel and Casino's Hot Air Balloon Festival.
And Utah's contribution to the app Airbnb. We'll be right back.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Travel is part of the American way of life.
When we're on vacation, we keep an eye out for anything that looks out of place.
Miss your bag.
When we travel from city to city, we pay attention to our surroundings.
Everyone plays a role in keeping our community safe.
Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, be aware of your surroundings. If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
One of the most famous scenes from NBC's old TV series, The Office, was able to help an Arizona man save a life last week. The Arizona Daily Star reports that Cross Scott, who thankfully has no relation to The Office's Michael Scott, found a woman locked in her car and not breathing. Despite having no emergency training, Scott thought of the scene where Michael Scott does CPR to the tune of the Bee Gees song Stayin' Alive. After performing CPR to the song's tempo, the woman was breathing and taken to the hospital, where she was later released.
Despite being dead for over 30 years, Ted Bundy is once again in the Utah spotlight. Last week, a Netflix original released a documentary on the serial killer called Conversations with the Killer, the Ted Bundy Tapes. Only 2 days later, the Sundance Film Festival debuted a new movie called Extremely Wicked and Incredibly Evil and Vile. The Sundance film stars Zac Efron as Bundy, while Lily Collins plays Elizabeth Klepfer, Bundy's former longtime girlfriend. Both films have come with controversy, with people around the social media claiming the films glorify the gruesome acts Bundy performed between 1974 and 1978. The original Wicked tickets are sold, but supporters are hoping to see the movie in theaters soon.
The popular homestaying app Airbnb is reporting that more than 750,000 people used the application in Utah, generating nearly $100 million in host income during 2018. Salt Lake County led the state in guests with 193,000, while Washington County came in second with almost 127,000 guests. Kane, Iron, Garfield, and San Juan counties also helped contribute an additional 128,000 guests for more than $10 million. The data shows that areas near ski resorts and national parks, such as Bryan Head and Zion near Cedar City, were the most used areas in the state.
The Casablanca Hotel and Casino Resort held their annual 3-day hot air balloon festival Friday, January 25th through Sunday the 27th. The festival consisted of 5 different balloon launches, champagne tasting, multiple performances from the Greg Peterson Band, and a tribute to Creedence Clearwater Revival. The balloon launch the night of January 26th was canceled due to weather conditions. The balloon pilots held a fire show for the attendees, allowed kids to get in the baskets and put up one balloon for photo opportunities.
January 22nd brought an exciting announcement for film lovers around the world. The 2019 Oscar nominations were released, leaving many discussing the biggest category, Best Picture. The nominations include Black Panther, Vice, BlacKkKlansman, A Star is Born, Bohemian Rhapsody, Roma, Green Book, and The Favorite. Some SU students have serious predictions for what will win.
I think Roma will probably win, to be honest. I mean, Alfonso Cuarón is just a genius, and it's a beautiful way to tell a story, I think.
Until Sunday, February 24th, film buffs will have to anxiously await the announcement of the winners. Who do you think will win?
I think Roma will win, especially in this heat where it's kind of political around the Oscars, and they've been fighting the past years with Oscars so white. I think it will be, they're trying to push it towards the top just because of, it will just kind of be a statement to this new political heat, including Trump administration and things like that.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, I guess I'll need to check that one. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's really good on Netflix.
That's awesome.
Anyone can watch it.
Well, now to Zach with the weather.
Coming up, we'll let you guys know this week what it looks like. Stay tuned for that.
Really? Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
For 3 months, I was being treated for high blood pressure and migraines, which were actually the symptoms. The cause was kidney disease. If you were a member of one of those high-risk groups, I would have your kidney function checked. Early detection can prevent further kidney damage. It was amazing even to my doctor how much diet impacted my personal disease. The power to reduce risk for kidney disease is in your hands. I just feel that my whole life has come back to me.
Welcome back to SUTV News. I'm Zach Adams with the weather. As you can see, currently in Cedar City, it's beautiful, nice and snowy. It's great outside. It's a nice day right now. Currently, it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit, partly cloudy, nice and sunny. Precipitation is about 0%. Then we go down to humidity, which is about 57%, which is a little bit above half, so be ready for that. Sweating. Wind is about 5 miles per hour, so if you need to fly a kite, by all means, fly a kite. Other than that, on Tuesday, which is today, again, sunny, some clouds, perfect weather. It's looking good. Lows will be 17 degrees. Wednesday, tomorrow, it's sunny, nice weather. Could be outside, play with your friends, go on a boat, do whatever you got to do. Go explore the town, you know, have fun with it. Although on Thursday, it's going to be cloudy and a little bit of sun. It's going to be nice still. A little warmer, but also a little bit colder, at least for the low. Next Friday, it's going to be heavy clouds with the highest and the nice warmest length with the warmest weather so far, 50 degrees at the high. 35 at the low. On Saturday, it's going to be rainy and snowy, which means bring out your umbrellas, bring out your jackets, just enjoy the weather. If you like to go snowboarding, might be a good day to go up to Bryan Head. Other than that, we don't really know. Sunday, it's going to be cloudy again, back to the clouds, back to the sun. On Monday, though, it's going to be the nice snowy snowstorm, which is going to be about 39 degrees high, 19 at the low. Map of Utah, it's pretty good. Other than that, we don't have B-roll. It's nice outside. It is about cloudy, nice blue skies all over the ground, a little bit of wind in the air. Make sure you guys enjoy that while you can. Go fly a kite. You know, that's my motto. It's always a good day to fly a kite, as Mary Poppins used to say. Other than that, looking at the blue skies, driving up the mountain looks great, nice and snowy, beautiful picture. Whoever took that's amazing. The clouds are not noticeable. Nice snow. Other than that, the roads are going to be pretty clear. And other than that, you guys have a great rest of your day. Back to you guys over at the desk.
Thanks for the weather update, Zach.
Here's a quick look at what's coming up next in sports. Which we're pretty excited for, because There's been a lot of recent developments with our different teams. You know, I'm excited to see how basketball's doing and gymnastics and see what KSAT's prepared for us this week.
Have you gone out to a lot of the meets yet, like gymnastic meets this season?
I haven't yet to, but I want to because I have a couple friends that are on the team.
They're really good. Just
So I've
watching them, like, I mean, our other teams are great too, but there's just something about gymnastics, or it's just
They've
so
always been
exciting.
really good. Oh,
Yeah.
And it's very individual, but yet still a team sport.
Yes, yeah. Like, I went to like all the meets last year. I haven't been able to hit all of them this year, but
We better get in there then because
it's exciting.
there's a lot to look forward to for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
And have you been to many of the basketball games yet?
No, I have not. I haven't had an opportunity to go to one. I actually went to a lot last year. It's just been a busy year this year.
Yeah, I guess we better get going to the games then.
Yeah,
But
I know.
we'll see what's up next with sports.
Thanks for the weather update, Zach. Here's a quick look at what's coming up.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills one person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Listen up. Each year, hundreds of promising research studies go unfunded for breast cancer, for lung cancer, every cancer. The American Cancer Society has been behind nearly every breakthrough in recent history. But there's still more work to do. So let's make sure that no research is silenced. Let's make noise. Let's make noise. Yeah. And let's finish the fight.
Toxic chemicals and carcinogens are leaching into the environment. It's happening right where we live, work, and play. Everywhere. Cigarette butts are toxic waste. Let's stop the toxic litter. Learn more at rethinkbutts.org.
I'm hungry. I can't see the board.
Good morning, class. Everyone ready to learn today?
Of course they aren't ready. Across America, health barriers keep millions of disadvantaged school children from learning. Children's Health Fund is working to remove those barriers. But to really change the odds for these kids, we need your help. To find out how you can give every child a chance to be healthy and ready to learn, visit childrenshealthfund.org today.
Life is made of moments. Family. A drunk driver could take it all away. Keep your family safe on the road, because after all, nothing is more beautiful. Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Keep your family safe.
Coming up on SUTV Sports, we have SUU and Utah Jazz basketball, and we got some news on the SUU gymnastics team. Stay tuned. Welcome back to SUTV Sports. I am Marquise Gross. The Thunderbirds men's basketball team was looking to start a new winning streak yesterday as they traveled to Flagstaff to take on the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks. The T-Birds won the last matchup here in Cedar City on a Dre Martin jumper, but the Lumberjacks kept him in check as he was unable to record any points this game. However, the Thunderbirds were led by big man Andre Adams and senior guard Brandon Better. Adams led the team with a double-double, scoring 21 points and grabbing 10 rebounds. Better was able to connect on 5 of his 11 three-point shots on his way to 18 points. But it wasn't enough for the T-Birds. The Lumberjacks were led by Bernie Andre's 19.8 rebound performance. Even six-man Carlos Hines joined in as he posted 17 points in 33 minutes off the bench. The game would go into overtime where the Lumberjacks would hold on to the win 80-77. The loss drops the Thunderbirds to 9-9 overall and 4-5 in the Big Sky Conference. They are now tied with NAU for 6th place in the conference. The T-Birds will begin back in action again this week when they travel to Eastern Washington this Saturday. SUU Gymnastics hosted the Boise State Broncos in the America First Event Center on Friday night, and our reporter Madison Loomis has the results of the event.
SUU Gymnastics lost to Boise State University at home on Friday night. The Flipping Birds had a great start to the first 3 rotations, leading the meet by 0.6 of a point. Some highlights include Morgan Alfaro and Stephanie Tavort scoring a 9.8, earning the highest vault score for SUU. Shylin Murakami was named MRGC bar specialist after performing an outstanding 9.875 bar routine. SUU had a consistent beam rotation with Hannah Nipp scoring a 9.875 to solidify the Birds going into floor. Molly Jozwikowski was able to get the ball rolling on floor to finish off the meet successfully. SUU will face BSU again on the road this Friday.
For SUU TV News, I'm Madison Loomis.
For fans who are getting excited about this Sunday's Super Bowl, the New England Patriots and the LA Rams are not the only thing that will feel old about the matchup. With the halftime show set to be performed by Maroon 5, the band surprised fans when they put a small snippet of SpongeBob in their hype video for the game. Last year, a petition called Play Sweet Victory at the Super Bowl was created when the creator of the Nickelodeon cartoon SpongeBob SquarePants passed away. Rumors have now started circulating that the popular band will play Sweet Victory during the halftime show, which was played in the cartoon at a Super Bowl-like event. So far, Maroon 5 has not made any statement of the rumor, but several other accounts, such as the stadium the game is being played in, have tweeted an image of the SpongeBob episode. Maroon 5 will also perform with Travis Scott, whose album cover for Astroworld went viral last year for looking like the cartoon town of Bikini Bottom. This Sunday, the Utah Jazz played their second game against the Minnesota Timberwolves in just 3 days. Number 45, Donovan Mitchell of the Utah Jazz, scored a total of 29 points. On the other side, Andrew Wiggins scored a game high of 35 points for the Timberwolves. Despite the show by Wiggins, it still was not enough for the Timberwolves as the Jazz took the game with a score of 125-111 to extend their win game streak to 3 games and 9-1 in the last week. For SUTV Sports News, I'm Marquise Gross. Thank you.
Thanks for the update, Marquise. That was great. Oh, wow. I'm super excited to see what happens for the Super Bowl. I really hope that they bring in that song.
Yeah, that would be incredible. Just
a great tribute,
victory.
Right?
Yeah, for the Bubble Bowl
and just a nice
really
tribute
sweet
to him.
Tribute, to the creator.
Because that show's been on for a long time, you know.
Yeah, and it's like it had such a big impact, and just social media, once they heard about the death, just really got behind it.
Yeah.
So.
And you know, I have hope from the commercials that they've shown. So here's hoping. Let's see that it gets going.
I feel like it'd be something to lighten up the Super Bowl, considering there's just been so much,
backlash.
Yeah, not good stuff surrounding the Super Bowl right now. So.
Especially like with the teams, like you have to pick which side you're on, and then everyone's on the side of SpongeBob.
Yeah. And especially if they put it like during the mid-show, halfway show, it's
Calm down.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who's winning because it's on there.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter who's playing. So.
That's exactly.
But thanks for the update, Marquise. Next, our reporter Maddie Carter will update you on campus happenings.
And our reporter Robin Nelson will let you know what's trending on social media. We'll be right back.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. That ember can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where that ember will land. only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how you can help protect your community from wildfires.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed all that.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Suicide touches the lives of many Americans. You may know someone who's attempted suicide or someone who died from it. Perhaps even you have had thoughts of suicide. For every American who dies from suicide, many others attempt it, and even more may consider taking their own life. I need your help. Please call the number on your screen to learn how you can help prevent suicide.
We are currently in our third week of school, and our reporter, Maddie Carter, is live on campus with more information on what's going on.
Hi guys! So Campus Connect is going to be happening tonight at 7 p.m. Campus Connect is a chance for the clubs and the students to kind of get together and see what's happening on campus. There's going to be pizza and politics tomorrow at 12 p.m. at the Levitt Center. The topic this week is going to be Greek life. And then finally, the dance company is going to be doing a concert this weekend. 7:30 p.m. is when it starts, and tickets are $10 for adults, $8 for SUU alums, and $5 for students, and SUU students, faculty, and professors can get in for free with their ID card. That's kind of what's happening on campus, so back to you guys at the desk.
I was waiting for them to say, like, okay, we got 30 seconds left.
The egg received over 50 million likes, which broke the former record held by Kylie Jenner. Where's my... which had a mere 18 million likes. Also trending on social media, Twitter is testing an original tweeter label so that you know who started the thread. This label is supposed to show up beneath the account name of the person who started each thread each time they post a new message to it. This label will instantly identify who started the conversation, thereby avoiding any confusion with the imitation threads and conversations. Pinterest makeup searches can soon be customized by skin tone. Pinterest searches for makeup tips often include a description of skin tone, so Pinterest is creating a tool to help users fine-tune their results. Today is National Best Female Friend Day, so take time to join the trend and to show your best female friend just how much she means to you.
Last week, Cedar City saw a good amount of snow. Our reporter Zach Adams has the story.
Cedar City got hit with a large snowstorm last week. There is snow all over houses, all over fields, and especially over the roads. The snow hit Cedar City pretty hard, covering the ground with a whopping 6 inches of snow in total. But the snow didn't hit as hard as some of the drivers on the road. I talked to a local SUU student about the snow and how it affected him.
I love playing in the snow, like going snowboarding and stuff and everything, but it's a hassle to drive in because of the other drivers on the road. Like, so people don't learn how to slow down or they just don't know what they're supposed to do in the snow for driving, and it just causes a wreck. And because of that, I got hit. You know, I have a huge dent in my car.
The snow also greatly affected the school and people walking around campus. Overall, the snow comes and goes. We will all return to our daily lives as soon as it all melts. Well, this has been Zach Adams for SUU TV News. Have a great day.
Now, that was a pretty bad snowstorm.
It was.
It was cold.
Yeah, I was trying to drive and I was going like 3 miles an hour.
I remember we better get prepared for the next one on Monday.
We should just all go up to, Brian Head and snowboard and all that.
Yeah.
All that nice weather.
Yeah,
I might just want to stay inside and like
Get some hot
watch
chocolate?
Netflix, hot cocoa. Yep, you got it, you got it, you got it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But thanks for tuning in. That's all we have for you. I'm Sophie Reese.
I'm Zach Adams.
I'm Marquise Gross.
I'm Robin Nelson.
And I'm Trayson Lyon. Tune in Thursday for our New Year's resolution-themed Other Show.